Hello, everybody. Deborah from Very Best Little Hair House in the Alternative Hair Alchemist podcast here today. And I wanted to do a little video talking about chemo. I don't think there are enough videos out there to prepare you for this. And I get clients coming into my shop that really weren't prepared because they were kind of afraid to ask the questions. So I'm going to just talk for a couple minutes about what you can expect and what I think you should do going into it, or at least what I did. There are a million people out there with different opinions. I'm going to tell you mine. First of all, why chemo affects your hair growth or hair loss. Because chemo is designed to stop cells that grow rapidly. Cancer cells grow rapidly. So do your hair cells. Unfortunately, chemo can't distinguish between the two. So as the chemo goes to work on the cancer, it also stops hair growth. Sometimes lashes fall out, sometimes eyebrows. So this is a side effect that you can relatively expect. The reason I say that is because I get clients coming in here. I've heard it many, many times that at the chemo center they will ask the nurse, and the nurse will say, well, it might not happen. While that's true, and while I am an optimist as well, the odds are in the favor that it's probably going to. So I just want you to be prepared for that. And what I advise is being prepared for if indeed it does. Because a lot of times what I've seen and what you don't really want to happen is hoping for the best, and then 2 weeks into it, when the hair loss is severe, having to be in a position of desperation, and that ends up in wasting so much money. So find somebody. Hopefully you can find me. Hopefully you're in the Pennsylvania area. If not, I can talk to you via video. And for chemo patients, it is a complimentary consult. So just email me. You can find me at deborahheim.com, and I will set it up and give you my pointers and advice or what have you. But either way, you want to find a professional that is good at helping you look natural. There are a million places to get a wig. Not everybody has the hands-on experience making sure that people look and feel natural as possible. And that's one of the things that I do. I can honestly say of all the people coming through the door, hardly, I think less than 10 left with something that they had seen on a review or thought that they want. Because often when it comes to alternative hair, a couple of things go into the equation. Not every wig is made in every color. Sometimes all of the features that you think you want or need are not available in one single wig. So when you have someone like me that knows 15 different brands, and also if I don't know something, I know the people at the company that I can call to get the answer for you. So somebody like me is a great asset, especially if you want to look and feel like yourself as you're going through chemo. So when you are going on chemo, look in your community for free resources. I know of a few, especially in Western Pennsylvania. We have a great organization that can help you. Again, email, message me, and I'll tell you more about it. But the thing I want to say about the free wigs and what have you is sometimes that's not the best option for you. And the reason I say that is because I don't want you to feel guilty if you are, a free wig or something that you are given doesn't make you feel and look amazing. It's okay to allow yourself to want a good wig, especially during this time. It's okay anytime, but let me tell you, when you don't feel good and you're on chemo, knowing that you're going to like how you look in the mirror can make the difference in wanting to get out of bed or not. Call me superficial, but I loved my wigs. And I've had clients in here that call and tell me that as well, as that it made a huge difference in their attitude. And when you're going up against anything, mindset is the thing you want most of all. So, general tips. I also see people calling whatever, I want human hair, because they want to style it, color it, whatever. So what I say to this is, well, that's great, but ask yourself, do you really want to style it every day? Because when you're not feeling so good on chemo, sometimes ease is the key, and cost factor alone. There are better synthetics out there. Like, don't judge all synthetics by, what you had in the 70s or something that you got at a party or what have you, because, somebody like me knows the difference. I have a synthetic on. It's not heat friendly, it's just a synthetic. But again, when you're choosing a wig, the construction, the quality is just as important as what it's made out of. If you are thinking of styles, most women want to choose something that makes them feel most like their old hair. Well, the thing is, it's not your old hair, but I totally get it that you want to get as close as possible. But that thing I said about sometimes not everything is available in one wig, keep it in mind. My advice, and what women have told me they feel the most comfortable, is getting something as similar as possible. But if that's not the case, don't let that stop you from getting an amazing wig that might be in a different color, because now more than ever you have the freedom, because people generally, I know the whole stigma and, oh, is that a wig thing is crazy to me, but it does go on. So if you're still have the mindset of they're going to know it's a wig, well, so what? You know what I mean? And this is the chance to try the hair color you always wanted. But general tips, longer is always going to be more maintenance. I like shoulder length or above if you're going through chemo. You can always get a long wig in addition, but if you're looking for one to get you through the chemo, my advice is a length you can manage, unless there are personality types that like to spend a lot of time on their hair or their wig. So, and in that case, I don't understand it, but I get it. So anyway, shorter rather than longer. There are so many cute little like short pixie cuts, because as you go, you may develop scalp sensitivity. So sometimes the lace fronts, the mono parts, they can cause a little bit of itchiness or sensitivity. There are plenty of cute wigs with the classic cap construction that don't have any lace that are going to be more affordable, and those are great options. Generally, allow yourself to have more than one. It's nice to have one that you wear all the time and one that makes you feel extra pretty. So allow yourself that. And keep in mind that it does take a while for your hair to grow back. I have clients that continue to come after chemo. Well, everybody, we all celebrate when chemo is over, but it's also okay to allow yourself to continue to wear a wig after chemo, because it does take sometimes months for your hair to get back. And this is such an individual thing. That will be up to you. But what I'm telling you is, if you enjoy wearing the wig, don't let the fact that chemo is over, like that doesn't have to be the last day you wear the wig. I went through an experience myself where my family at the time kind of shamed me about wanting to continue to wear the wig, and that is one of my greatest regrets. I don't have very many, but if there is a regret, it would be I should have worn more wigs sooner and in more different colors. But anyway, the offer is out there. If you're facing chemo and you want to do a Zoom call with me, hit me up. You can find me via message, via text to the shop number, or the old-fashioned thing, call. I like to talk on the phone or on Zoom, because then we can see if we're really, vibing in the good way, which is what I hope to happen when you do reach out and talk to me. So hopefully check out my podcast, The Alternative Hair Alchemist. I have a few episodes about chemo in particular there. I do have a book on Amazon called Too Much Hair. If you search for Deborah Heim, it should come up. And other than that, thank you for watching. And if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know.